Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and today we have some news on Realms of Ruin, a game by Frontier Developments focusing on Age of Sigmar. So we know by the Steam page that there was an army painter, a conquest mode, and a few other bits and pieces here, but we haven't been able to see it in action. Well, it seems that they posted a video with some details regarding it, and I must say, I've seen a little bit of it. It looks pretty cool. So what I want to do is what I regularly do. You know, we'll watch a little bit, we'll stop, and we'll discuss anything that we need to discuss. I'm pretty excited about this title. I've spoken to the devs a few times. They seem really keen to make a really good Age of Sigmar title, and the more I'm seeing about this, the better it's looking to me. So yeah, let's just do the usual. We'll watch and we'll stop where needed.
Realms of Ruin is a real-time strategy game set during the war-torn Age of Sigmar. Immerse yourself in the savage realm of Gur across multiple modes. Experience a cinematic campaign featuring 4 major factions, including Stormcast Eternals, Auric Krulboys, and Nighthaunt, penned in conjunction with acclaimed Black Library author Gav Thorpe. Follow dauntless Stormcast Eternals as they search for a means to survive relentless Auric Krulboy's attacks. The swamps of Gur hide an arcane power that may be their salvation, but in that fetid place, dark secrets and danger await those brave enough to enter. Conquest Mode. A single-player challenge mode, played over a procedurally generated campaign that pits players against a series of unpredictable combat scenarios and maps, featuring rule-breaking twists that can transform the conditions of conflict, charge directly to victory, or take on more battles to challenge for a higher score. The choice is yours. No 2 Conquest campaigns will ever be the same.
Okay, so already we've got something new here. This is the Conquest Mode, a procedural generated campaign which is going to have different rules and so on. We've already been able to see there, like for example, armies being able to have more heroes. I really like the idea of this because, well, you can't really map out the Realm of Gur too well. It is too large to be able to map out properly. It's how the Age of Sigmar mortal realms work. So having just procedurally generated campaigns is going to work out really well. Yeah, this sounds pretty exciting. This also means that you get more bang for your buck, right? Like, if you've played the narrative, but you want to have like a bit of a challenge or just a general roleplay-esque campaign, it kind of works. I wonder if DLCs happen. We don't know if they've got any DLC plans for the future. It might be too early to tell, but it would be really nice if future factions, if they get implemented into this game, would have this same functionality. Not just like a narrative, but also being able to do this, because it's fun, right? This is bringing yourself into the game, right? Rather than following a story. I mean, also narrative too, because that's always fun, but I love the idea of this. This kind of reminds me in a similar sense to like Stronghold in a way, the whole crusade aspect and all that, where you're just kind of doing your own thing. Obviously it's not going to be 100% the same because the Stronghold one was literally focused on a story, well, with a little story that Stronghold games had, but this is cool. This is so cool.
Challenge players from around the world in online cross-platform multiplayer modes. Battle opponents in casual play, or put your strategy and skill to the test in ranked competitive play. Compete in 1v1 or 2v2 skirmishes with up to 3 AI. Or play co-op with a friend.
Alright, standard and competitive multiplayer, that makes sense. I think we already knew this anyway. The one thing is we've been able to see a few new maps here, which is about time. That one with the bridges looks actually kind of interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of excited for this. There's going to be loads of different map variety. I know some people were worried because with the 2 showcases, the open beta and obviously the ones that the creators took part in, there wasn't a lot of map showcases. So it's really nice to see some different options. You get a little bit of an Osculia feel in one of the maps. Yeah, again, can't complain. All right. This is going to be pretty good for competitive people, for those who are very into, say, for example, Warcraft 3, and are looking for something new and shiny. So yeah, so far so good.
Craft your vision of Gur by constructing battle maps with the revolutionary Map Editor, which utilizes the same powerful tools used to create existing maps in the game. Select the size for your arena of conflict and enjoy full control over biome selection, terrain manipulation and painting, and placement of in-game items and objectives. Create wide-open swamplands for an all-out skirmish, or generate an array of contained arenas that reward tactical assaults. Build, share, and compete on maps you've made.
Okay, so there's a map maker tool. This is actually really fun. So I know a lot of you guys, especially the older generations, would have probably played like Warcraft 3. You might have spent a lot of time on World Edit to make maps. I did. So I'm really excited about this. The fact that the devs have even gone out to say it's the same tools that they use to make the maps. This should be kind of interesting. I like the idea of having an object budget and so on, so it doesn't really cause too many issues. You can change around loads of different things like, oh wow, like mountains, like the biomes and stuff. It looks really thorough. I am actually blown away with how good this looks. I can't wait to play around with it. There's a public workshop too there, so you can actually just like post your maps. This is going to be absolutely exciting from what we've been able to see, especially with just details, with all the doodads and so on. Yeah, I'm sold. I am freaking sold. I love map makers, and this is going to be freaking good.
Customize your units with the Army Livery Editor.
And here's exactly what I wanted to see. So they didn't show much of it, unfortunately. I imagine that they're probably just working on it. But there's an army painter. My dudes, there's an army painter. This is so good because like I wanted to play like multiplayer and stuff, but I don't want to use the standard gold paint scheme for the Stormcast. I don't like it. I'm more a fan of the Hallowed Knights and so on. So I'm a really big fan of this. The fact that you can actually choose from the Games Workshop paints too. So it's called like Corax White and stuff like that. This is going to be great for those who might actually want to be able to test out painting armies, those who actually are playing the tabletop and would love to see how their units would look with certain colors and so on. It does look like there is a lot that you can play around with too. I am super sold. This is great. This is so good. You got like, I think highlights there too. I mean, I think that's what it looks like when it comes to the dragon section. Either way, very happy. I want to see how much can be changed around. There is very clean stuff. I mean, look, when you paint the Knight Vexilor and Corax White, it looks so good. I would have gone with that Bertsche myself. Again, Hallowed Knights is the ones that I like to go for, but there's so many options here. I am actually really happy. I'd love to see how thorough this is. This is my main thing, literally just how much you can play around with this. But yeah, totally sold. Totally sold.
Place and pose characters and props in the Scene Editor. And share your battle dioramas with the Photo Mode.
Oh, right. So this is actually pretty interesting, right? So if you're one of those people who like taking really cool screenshots, it's something that we see, for example, in the Total War community, but it can be a bit difficult in battles because you have to do the whole situation of getting the angle just right, stopping the frame just right where the model isn't clipping and stuff. This just bypasses it. This, you can just make the scene and you can like do dioramas, you can... Wow, this is actually really cool. I'm actually really surprised. I really like what these devs are doing. I must admit, this is something that, honestly, I can't recall games that do this. This is incredible. I'm a really big fan of this. A lot of people like doing that. It's just fun for people, so having the option for fun factor, yeah, totally into it. I love the idea. So far, everything that we're seeing with this game is just really cool. I can't wait to see more. I honestly can't wait to see more. It's about time that Age of Sigmar had a game that made the setting stand out a little bit more, as, let's be honest, the games haven't been great. So I'm fairly optimistic about this. Again, like I've said, from my conversations with Frontier and having played their other games, they're a good company. So I'm really looking forward to this. This is really, really cool. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let's start a bit of discussion. I am really hyped up. I'm really freaking hyped up.
Warhammer Age of Sigmar Realms of Ruin releases on the 17th November. Pre-order the deluxe or ultimate editions now to play up to 3 days early.